Okay, so this is me. As I was telling you, I'm the Flat 101 CEO. I have two CRO books in the market, just written in Spanish. So if you want to improve your Spanish, maybe it's the best option for you, just to learn, just reading about CRO. I'm for 23 years here in this industry, just working, trying to do my best. I also have my podcast that is called CRO Cafe. It's the Spanish version of an international podcast about CRO. I'm just trying to improve all day. We can move to the next one. And this is part of the team where I am. I'm just part of a very big team. So I thought I'm here just to tell you some things about FUDs and about conversion and how you can handle these items to make your conversions boost. This is not only my work, it's the work of a lot of people, like some of them you can see here. This is the last picture we could take before COVID-19. It's just 18 months from this, and I hope we can get together as soon as possible. Just what is a FUD? So this is an acronym that means we can move to the next one. That means fears, uncertainties, and doubts. The concept comes from an engineer called Jim Amdahl that worked in IBM. He left IBM in the 70s, and after leaving IBM, he founded his own company called Amdahl. And when he tried to sell their products and services, the IBM salesman told the clients, hey, don't buy Amdahl products because these products are so bad. They are not as good as IBM products. You will have technical problems. This kind of fears, uncertainties, and doubts was the things that the IBM salesman tried to do, not to buy products from Amdahl. That's the origin of the concept. No? But when we are talking about FUDs, we are talking about all feelings that a potential customer has about our product or service. Doesn't mind if it comes from the digital field or if it comes from the physical one. So when we are going to buy anything, doesn't matter what a product or a services, we have a lot of questions to ourselves. And all these questions are FUDs. If we are good in our work and we can easily fill the gaps between my fears, my uncertainties, or my doubts and the product or service that I'm going to buy, if we can fill this gap, we will have more chances to buy. We will have more chances to sell. So it's very important to really know which are the fears, uncertainties, and doubts of your customers in relation with your product and service, and you really need to know how to solve them, because you can only use one interface. You can only use a screen if you are doing everything in digital. You can only use a screen, so you can only use the view, the eyes. So you have to use several things to improve experience. Some of the most common fears, uncertainties, and doubts are kinda these ones. We can see in the next slide. What about if I don't like the product? Can I return it? Is this the right product for me? Am I the customer that really is going to find this product useful for me? Or you are trying to sell me, but to be honest, it's not for me? How will I look with this product? Because this is how I am. This is my body shape. So if I'm buying fashion, or if I'm buying a watch, or if I'm buying anything that I have to wear in my body, how will I look with this? Because of course I'm seeing a model, but yeah, it's a model, I'm not. So how I will look with that? Will it be as it seems to be? What about expectations? Because we are trying to understand a product or service and we really want to know how it is. Everyone seems so fantastic. Everyone seems amazing, but how it is in the real life? Can I return this? How can I contact you if I have any problem? Because this is something so typical. Okay, you are doing your best for selling me your product or services, but what about if I have any problem? Will you be there too? I don't know if I have enough space for this. This is just only if you are buying furniture or if you are buying some kind of objects. Sometimes it's difficult to know if this is going to fit at your home or this is going to fit in one of your rooms. This is the most typical ones if we are talking about e-commerce. In the next slide, we can see the most typical one about digital services. Can I stop service at any time? I can really stop it as soon as I want, or I have to be here locked by you for 12 months, 24 months, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is the service I need. I don't know if this is the kind of service that I really need at this time right now. Need more info to decide who can I call or mail, because although I'm looking everything in a website, sometimes I need to call someone just to make some questions, just to be sure that I'm doing the right choice. I don't understand how this works. You are trying to explain to me, but I really don't understand your tone of voice, or I really don't understand your content, and I really don't know how this is going to work. How can I be sure that you are a good option? Of course, all of us, we are saying all day we are nice guys, but how can I be sure of that? Will the service fit my expectations? If you are selling education or some kind of services like this, will this kind of service really fit the expectations my clients have? Move to the next one. How can we find the fears, uncertainties, and doubts each client or user has about our product or services? Move to the next one. One thing we can do here with you are seeing is the landing page report of Google Analytics in the last 10 days of our e-commerce. So one thing we can do, it's so easy. If you are tracking clicks and you are tracking a scroll using events by GTM or any kind of system that you have, one thing you can do is, as you can see in the top part of the screen, this is filtered by product. So what I'm doing here is just listing almost 200,000 products that this e-commerce have. Of course, as you can see, these are the 10 first, about more than 1.5 million sessions in just 10 days. So how can I start here to really know in which products people is doing things wrong? What is telling me that there are some kind of fears, uncertainties, and doubts? If we move to the next one. Next thing you can do is, of course, I cannot work with 200,000 products. So we have to focus on the ones that covers the most percentage of all my business. So one thing you can do is just when you filter, you can do something like this. Just show me landing page, that is the green one when you're seeing Página de Destino. Show me landing page only about product. I don't want to see the home. I don't want to see grids. I don't want to see any kind of products. Just show me products, and show me products with more than 1,000 sessions in just 10 days. So because I want to focus on the main products of my website. You move to the next one, please. As you can see here, now we are working with only 141 URLs. 141 URLs that cover almost 30% of the total product pages in this website. And what I did is just to filter by bounce rate. That's why you see in the first position a product that has almost 95% bounce rate being a landing page. That means that almost every user that comes here in his first page doesn't do anything. Not clicking, not scrolling, absolutely anything. Just enter and leave. So this is a good point to start. You have to ask yourself, what I'm not solving here, which are the fears, uncertainties, and doubts a client can has coming to this first set of products, just to be sure that you are solving the problems with information, with images, with videos, etc. This is just how we can know is using quantitative tools like Google Analytics. If you move to the next one, other thing we can use, and it's very, very useful, is this canvas. This is the Lean Survey canvas. We are all now so used to use Canvas all day, just sticky notes full of color. This is almost like a rainbow, and unicorns floating, and everything is going well because we are doing a lot of sticky notes. So this is a canvas especially designed to design a survey, because we are very used to use surveys as a source of knowledge to ask our clients which are your fears, your uncertainties and doubts. But this is a very good system to structure the surveys you want to do with your list. So as you can see, what do we need to learn? Who do we need to learn from? What kind of information? So if you don't know this system or you have never used it, here you have it, a good point to start. We can move to the next one. This is how it looks. This is how it looks when you have a Lean Survey canvas. Well done. This is how it looks. This is not a question about, hey, we are going to make some, I don't know, some 8 stupid questions in a random fact. This is about, first of all, let's think what we really need to know from our clients, and let's think how we are going to ask them for all the information we need. If you move to the next one, please. As you can see here, if you want to learn about the Lean Survey canvas and how to use it, you have a first tutorial from InVision app, from the InVision blog. It's a very good tutorial. And then you can use also the second link that drives you to expand the room. And you can find exercises, PDFs to download, and how to practice with the Lean Survey canvas. It's a very powerful tool to make sure that you are doing the right questions to your clients to really know why they are leaving your pages, why they are not buying, why they are spending a lot of time in your website or application, but they don't do anything. So when you really need to know all these things, and using quantitative analysis is not enough, you can come to the Lean Survey canvas. It's a very good option to really understand which are the fears, uncertainties, and doubts. If you need to know, just ask, but please ask the right questions, because something that can go so wrong is if you are doing bad questions, you will have bad answers. And if you have bad answers, you will have to bad conclusions, and everything will explode, be destroyed, and everything it's a meltdown and a complete holocaust. How you can do surveys online? Of course, you can use Google Forms. It's for free, and then you have a lot of options. These ones is the ones I'm used to work with. So I really know these tools: Survey Sparrow, Survey Planet, Survey Monkey, Type4. But the most important thing, tool is not important. What you ask is. So please be sure that you are doing right questions. This is an example of a Type4 I did 1 month ago. This is how you can see results. As you can see in this case, we have 777 visualizations. Only 446 people started the form, and it was completed by 60% of the people. In the next one, we can see something very interesting. If you see to the right, in the column in the right, you will see where people live, in which question people lives for the form. So this is a tricky thing to know. Where do you have your real problems? Because if somebody don't want to ask about or don't want to answer you about a specific question, as you see in the first step, 37% of the people leave, or in the last one. So you can really know where is the pain, which are the difficult things. So this is a very useful tool to really know which things are being real fears, uncertainties, and doubts. In the next one, how to fix them, how we can fix fears, uncertainties, and doubts. Let's go. Conversion, most of the times, not 100%, but most of the times conversion, it's about trust. It's about trust, and trust is about small things. You cannot build trust with only one thing. You have to build trust with a lot of things and a lot of small things. So let's go for it. Some best practices here, I really hate them. Now I will explain you why. but I really hate best practices. Of course, we all have read a lot of best practices. That's so good. That's like a guideline that you can take. But please, each digital business, each e-commerce, each digital service, doesn't matter what you do, each digital business has to build their own best practices. You can learn, of course, reading for the best practices of all people, but please build your own. Build your own, because you really know your business and you really know your clients, and you really need to build your own best practices, not just feeding by the best practices of the rest. Include FAQs with real questions and answers, of course, but please don't include more than 7. Because if I see that I have, I don't know, 25, 38 FAQs, I'm not going to spend my time reading 35 titles, you know? So just please try to be between 5 and 7. Show how product or service work. Just, I don't know which is your product or services. So please try between video, between diagrams, illustrations, images, real testimonials, and real social proof. Of course, try to be real, because trust is about the small things. If you are lying to me, how am I going to trust you? Main CTI, always visible above the fold. This is something so basic, but most of the times is completely forgotten. Contact info and be real. I really want to know where are you. If you are in, I don't know, in a tiny village in the middle of a forest, I don't mind, but please tell me where are you? Where are you, who you are, which is your phone? Be true. We are not so stupid as you think. We are people, and all of us have some kind of intelligence, so please don't try to cheat me. Listen and give it feedback using social media. Of course, this is not part of your website or of your application, but of course, it's part of your digital environment, and we have to do it. But please, if I'm asking you anything, just answer me. It's just a question of education. If we move to the next one, I hate best practices because best practices are like recipes, and all of us have read a lot of recipes. And of course, if you see these examples of recipes, it's the same kind of ingredients, if it's the same amount of ingredients, but the people who is cooking is not the same. That's why you have an expectation and a reality. I really love the second one. I don't know the name of this animal in English right now, the brown one, and you can see the first one, it's so cute. You really want to hug and you really want to eat them. And of course, reality is saying, kill me, because this is not like it should be. And of course, the bear is hugging the almond, and this is so nice. Oh, let's see how it's reality. But our recipes, same ingredients, same amount of ingredients, different people cooking. That's why I don't believe in best practices. Best practices are only a guideline for you. Some real best practices, some projects we've been working in the last months. This is a huge hotel company in the world. It's Barcelona, and we've been designing the whole digital space for them about selling, and this is real social proof. How we can show that this is real social proof? Because we are using TripAdvisor. This is not the testimonials or social proof that we can collect. We are just using TripAdvisor, because if 2,802 people say this hotel is good, probably it is. And besides, this is not my opinion. This is not my testimonials. This is our testimonials that I'm taking from TripAdvisor. And you know that TripAdvisor is your source of truth if you are used to travel. Now it's not the best time, but you know what I mean. Let's see the next one. I really love this project. I know this guy. His name is Ricardo Lopez, and he really is the owner of a company that sells Christmas gifts that the companies buy for their employees most of the time. And of course, most of you don't know how to read Spanish, but here it says, hey, my name is Cristobal, this is my company, we are 12 people, you are important for me, this is my phone, this is my mail, and this is where we are. And this is the real guy. He's not a model, you can see he's not a model, but Cristobal is for real. And this is something that contribute to build trust. The next one, here I really love this project. This is a farm called El Enebral. This is a farm, it's like a mix of hotel and farm. So you can take your family there and your children can be with goats, with donkeys, with horses, with sheep and all these animals in the farm. They can play with them, they can feed them, they can really understand where milk comes from, all these kind of things. And if you think what we've been talking just a while ago, you really need to make product or make service something that a client can easily understand. That's why here we use video, because you really need to see the animals. You really need to see the place. It's not a question of pictures, of just writing about how amazing this experience is. I want to show you. That's why here, video probably is the best, not probably, video is the best option. Next one. And this is an FAQ, but only with 3 questions. FAQ with 3 questions. What about if I'm trying this for free? This is a water dispenser. What about if I try this for free and it doesn't fit my needs? What about if I have to feel like vendor locking because I don't want to be here paying your service forever? What about if the amount of water I use is not the amount of water I'm paying for because I'm using less? So these are the 3 main questions. When you have a lot of questions, if you have 20 questions, please try to cut the most important 10. And when you have 10, please try to cut to 5. And these are the real 5 questions that you really want to solve using an FAQ, not 40, 50, or 60. So the next one, please. And this is our real testimonials. This is a medical product. This is very complex to tell you right now, but this is a physical medical product that you can buy in this e-commerce, and this is for people with nervous system damage. So these 5 are real testimonials. Of course, people is not a model. They are in their own homes. Some of them are nice, some of them are not, but of course they are telling you truth stories, and that is one of the things that builds trust. The most important thing about solving FUDs, it's information design. If you think of the scope of a design of user experience, the most important part is information design. Let's go to the next one. Information design is about how to present information so that people can use it or understand it more easily. This is the key. This is something that Jesse James Garrett wrote in his book, The Elements of User Experience, and it's completely truth. That means that not same items work the same way in digital business that seems similar. That's why you really need to construct, you really need to build your own value proposition, and you really need to build the things you are telling people. The way you present information that should kill FUDs is the best way for your users to build trust and make them buy. This is something you have to ask yourselves. For instance, here we see one of the most common FUDs about sizing. If you are buying clothes, about sizing. This is the most typical thing, just a table. This is the size, and this is centimeters or inches that you have to measure to be sure that it fits your body. Next one. And of course, this is almost kind of size that we see in every fashion e-commerce. Another example. Next one, please. Besides, in this case, you see that here we are browsing to this dress, and in this dress I see the price, and I see choose size, but where can I solve my problem, my fear, my uncertainty and doubt about which is the correct size for me? Move to the next one. Where is the size? Where is the find your size? The find your size is inside the selection. So if I don't click in the size selection, I will never see the tool that has to help me about choosing size. So please don't hide these kind of things. Next one. This is I really love how in TeePublic, they solve fears, uncertainties, and doubts about size. Of course, you want to buy this t-shirt for The Boys, the Amazon Prime TV series, or the comic, even better. Next move to the next one. First thing you see is size and fit info about how this is going to fit your body. So as you can see, this is the typical columns and rows. But what TeePublic does is very useful, and it's very easy to do, but very useful for you as a client. Let's see next one, because I see the table, I see the sizing guide, but I also see how these t-shirts fits to Andrew, and I know how high Andrew is, and I know which is the weight of Andrew, and I see how Andrew looks with an M, an L, an XL, double XL. Next one, please. But I also have pictures of Will, and Will it's almost same height as Andrew, almost same weight, but it's completely different body shape, because of course Andrew is doing some weight lift, but Will not. Will is just doing Netflix all day, you know, and just eating popcorn. And this is how M size, L size, XL, or 2XL is going to fit in Will. You can move to the next one, and of course you can be like Mike. Mike, it's thin and it's not so tall, and this is how, if you have a body like the Mike one, you will look with an S, with an M, or with an L. This is so easy to do if you think of it. This is so easy to do. We are not doing anything so technical, so complex. It is so easy to do, but this is a very simple and nice way to solve the main fear, uncertainty, and doubt that you have when you are selling t-shirts. Next one. Of course, you do also with women. This is Alexis, how Alexis will look with an M, with an L, or with an XL in the Dolman style of t-shirt. And the next one, and you can see how Amanda will look with this kind of t-shirts. This is so powerful, so useful, and so easy. It's just a question of creativity about information design. Is the option I'm choosing right now the best option to solve this kind of doubts? Next one. And also, as Mark and Spencer do, you can build things so amazing like this one, bra size calculator. If you are selling bras, if you are selling lingerie, or if you are selling swimsuits, or any kind of things that really the fear of not choosing right is so powerful, you can develop tools like this. So this is very powerful. Please, let's try it. Or you can do other things like this. As I see, this is a dress, and as you can see, you have size guide. Size guide is centimeters, inches, same shit. And here you can see it's Fitma size. Okay, your measurements, height, weight. Move to the next one. I see I'm 165 centimeters tall and 58 kilos. Next one. Which is your belly shape? So I'm not talking about centimeters or inches. I'm talking about shape, flatter, average, your hip shape, strider. Let's go to the hip. Next one. Add your bra size. Okay, so I have choose a size. Next one. Looks like your size M. How old are you? And this is very important, because when I'm asking something that can be tricky or not funny to answer, I must tell you why I'm asking you. That's why I say, why do we ask for this? Age has an impact on how your weight is distributed. That's true. That's not nice, but this is true. When you are going over your 40s, this is going even worse, okay? Next one. And fit preference. How do you want this dress fits to your body? Tight, looser, tight. Let's see tight, and continue to the next one. And finally, I'm helping you to solve your main doubts in a very easy way. And I say your best fit is S, because you want it tight. If you want it looser, probably will be M. This recommendation is based on the site that people like you bought and whether they return it. So this is not because I'm telling you, this is because other clients like you are telling you which is your correct size. Let's move to the next one. Measuring bodies about fitting, it's a completely war. I have this suit, this so-so suit, It's amazing. It's a suit that works with an app and really measures your whole body. It's like you feel like a superhero because you are wearing completely tight, so tight, and it measures your body to really know which are your real size. Next, move to the next one, please. About fitting, if you are working in fashion, about fitting, some kind of tools you can use is Fit Analytics, Fiddle, Kiwi Sizing, or Soso. I really love Soso. It's a Japanese company. It's not a question about tech. It's about solving foods. This technology is not working for the fact that it's technology. It's working because it really focused on solving one of your main doubts about sizing in the fashion industry. How to present information to solve this kind of doubts. Are you answering questions in emotional and rational way? Do you show your product service work and how it looks when it's being used? Because sometimes not. Do you use your user tone of voice? If you are selling to people that it's, I don't know, 20 years old, are you talking them like a 20-year-old guy, or are you talking them like a 60-year-old guy? Do you use key features? This is so basic, but it's so powerful. We don't read a lot, so please put your key features, just so easy to see, and how price is being presented. The anchor effect. This is a cognitive bias that we all have, and it's very powerful. So please tell me which is the original price, what is the price right now, or how can I pay it in several parts? I don't know. Just play with prices. Go to the next one. For example, another example. I've been working in this website about selling diamond rings, engagement rings that are with a price of more than 8,000 euros. So which is the main doubt here? The size of the ring. Besides, it's not about your round size of the ring. It's about the size of the ring of the person you are asking to marry with you. So how you can know that kind of size? Let's move to the next one. That's why we design this process. This is a PDF with 4 pages that explains to you in a very easy way how you can measure a ring and how you can measure a finger to be sure that the ring you are going to buy will fit the finger of the person that you are asking to marry with you. Let's go to the next one. Test, experiments, and learning is the key to rock. Of course, you have all these recipes, you have all of these best practices, but you have to test your own, because probably what is working for me will not work for you. So that's why you have to build your own best practices. So if you move to the next one, okay, this is just an example for a fashion brand. As you can see, those 3 seem so similar, but are completely different. What is different between these 3 parts is how we present size guide. Because size guide is the way I solve the main problem about fitting. That's why A, B, and C are completely different about size guide. And as you can see below, the C version, that it's the one that works better with fitting, improves conversion in 100%, 101% improving conversion, not touching any other thing in the product page but size guide. So I know my pain points are in the size guide, and I know that people has a real problem to know which is the right size. So that's why I'm only focusing in that part, and that's why I have to solve that FUD. And if I do it right, as I can prove with testing, I can show you that we can double conversions. We can boost them 101% better just redesigning size guide. Let's move to the other one. This is a bank. This is a bank. This is how we present the process of contracting, opening a bank account. So people, it's a really business objective here, how people, it's opening a bank account. The first one and the second one. And of course, it doesn't matter if I like it or not. Maybe I don't feel comfortable with that image, but it's not a question of opinion. If I test it, the test before was doing with Optimizely. This one, let's go to the next one. This one is with Optimized 360. As you can see, the green one is the second one with a picture of these 2 young ladies. converse between 62 and 206% better than the original one. Well, this is not a question of opinions. This is just a question about really know which is the best option to solve the fears, uncertainties, and doubts one more time. Let's go to the next one. And it works. It works. And you can rock your town. How it works? Let's see the next one. As you can see here, this is a period of time between January 10 of 2021 and March 10, 2021, compared with the same period of time last year. Okay? And as you can see here, we've been working in the last year just in solving FUDs, in solving FUDs. There's no improvement in any technical asset. There's no improvement in prices. There's no improvement in any other things. Just trying to use information design to solve fears, uncertainties, and doubts. And we have come to 10% of conversion from 3.61. Income, it's been doubled from almost 2.5 million to almost 5 million. Transactions almost double, and average ticket value has grown almost 4%, just solving FUDs. Probably, let's go to the next slide. Probably you can say, hey, but maybe you have now these results because you are taking more traffic. As you can see here, not. This is the same website, and it's not a question of traffic. In fact, we are taking less traffic, 30%, 23% less traffic than the previous year, and we are almost improving all core conversion metrics almost 100%. Next one. So this is what you can achieve if you really focus on solving your fears, your clients' fears, uncertainties, and doubts. And that's why you really have to be careful and to be respectful, just asking people which are the problems they are finding with your digital assets, and really trying to understand, not only seeing numbers and seeing columns and rows of data. You really need to understand that it's people in the other side of the screen, and that you really need to understand which are the fears, uncertainties, and doubts. Sometimes, most of them don't make any sense to you, but it doesn't matter. They are important for the people that is going to pay for your products or services. So please try to spend some time to know them the best way you can. And thank you so much